Welcome back to the best YouTube channel on YouTube, this one. If you haven't subscribed, hit it down below. Today, we just got shoulders on the agenda. We got a couple people here. It's gonna be me and the boys, Chad and Justin, and then we got Gina right here. Gina is on prep for Battle of Texas. Check out the impact shorts. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna go through a little shoulder workout today. We'll keep it raw. Won't take up too much of your time. Interact, show some stuff. We're gonna be doing a heavy dumbbell shoulder press. This is our #1 mover of our shoulder workout. So typically, I don't ever do just like a plain shoulder workout in my routines anymore because my shoulders genetically just like are overdeveloped from years of constantly doing chest exercises wrong. So I'd say for the past like year and a half, I've been doing like 4 exercises for shoulders a week. Like 3 sets for each, so like 3, 6, like 8, maybe 8 working sets for shoulders a week for like the past year and a half. And now I'm to the point where we're gonna give them a little bit of love for a program and just kind of see what happens. So this is our main mover for the shoulders today. Heavy. I think I got 110s last week for 3 sets of 6. Is it 6 or 8? It's 6, yeah. So I got 110s last week. They were a little rough. So I'm gonna try them again this week to get them a little bit cleaner. And then we do one set of 10 afterwards. Oh wow, I feel strong as fuck today. I don't even feel like I'm pushing anything up right now. So we talk about this in every video. Oh my God. There is a huge difference between warm-up sets, acclimation sets, and working sets. What's a warm-up set, Chad?
Well, if I'm gonna work at once.
Absolutely. So a warm-up set is something that you do to warm up. Chad, can you let us know what an acclimation set is? Exactly. It is when you take weight and you acclimate up. So if I'm doing the 110s for my working sets, I'm not just gonna warm up with the 20s and then grab the 110s. That's fucking stupid. That's how you blow a rotator cuff. So I'm gonna start with 55s like you guys saw, bump up to 80s, bump up to 95s, maybe do 100s just for like 1 or 2 reps just to acclimate, get my nervous system used to the weights, and then I'll jump into my working sets. Chad, can you explain what a working set is?
Oh, okay, I can talk now.
You're wasting our
All
film.
right, great. A working set.
That is where you are working as hard as you possibly can. We have working sets for 6. That means that by 6, there's pretty much no possible fucking way I can get a 7. Like the 6 should be like, wow, can't believe I did that. But now you gotta do it for 2 more sets. That's a true working weight. So if I do the 110s for a set of 6, and the next set I'm like, damn, I could probably do 115s easy for that 6, or like, that 110 was too easy, I could do 115s. That first set of 6 did not count. That's not a true working set unless you're questioning your life and you pee a little bit. That's how you know you're on a working set. If a little drop of pee comes out, that's a working set. Thanks for that, Chad.
Yeah, of course, dude. Anytime.
Next week is vacation, and we're all going to Cancun. I can't fucking wait, dude. Before everyone was like, oh, you traveling during coronavirus, dude. Mexico quite literally does not give a fuck, okay? And neither do I.
What's up guys, my name is Gina Scafoglio, I'm an IFBB pro. I just joined Team NK about a month ago, so I'm really excited. We're 5 weeks out from the Battle of Texas. It's gonna be in Dallas and we're gonna make bitches cry. So we're training 5 days a week, cardio 6 days a week, pretty much grinding it out for the next 5 weeks and then, like I said, make bitches cry.
This is probably one of my favorite shoulder workouts, or like shoulder days I think I've ever programmed or written. It's just a very overall well-rounded focus. So next we are doing upright rows with the easy curl bar. You can see Justin doing them right here. A lot of people will fight over where your hand placement is supposed to be. I choose to focus more on the elbows, right? So you can see his elbows coming up and contracting. And we do a slight lean forward there to bias the delts a little bit more instead of coming up and leaning back. So we're doing 10 reps there. And like I said, hand placement is wherever you feel the most comfortable and you can feel it the most on your delts. For me, I personally like about just a little bit inside. Some people are like, why? That's totally fine. And then we are doing max reps till failure with the 50-pound dumbbells. These are heavy. There will be a little bit of momentum using, but the whole point is controlling that momentum and not just throwing it around with no rhyme or reason. There always has to be intent behind the movements that we're doing. Best way to get the results and best way to mitigate injuries. So 3 sets here, 10, failure. We did a little bit of an audible this workout. Typically with the upright rows, we do front raises with it, but we did that earlier this weekend on accident because we messed up the splits. And then usually we do a heavy side raise as our next movement. So we're just gonna do another side raise movement because that's probably, from like a aesthetic standpoint, getting those round cap shoulders is definitely a priority here. So we're gonna do another just pure side raise movement here. We're doing the machine side raise. If you're blessed enough to have this machine in your gym, this is a great one. We're gonna do a heavy set of 10, drop the pin, crank out another 20. Those 20 are not gonna be pretty by the end. We don't expect them to be. We want these 10, like Chad's doing, controlled. Even if it means he doesn't end up getting all the way to the top, he's still controlling that weight. And then dropping and getting right back into those 20 as fast as possible. Just keeping constant tension. So I'm gonna make this a little bit harder on them. Stop the 10. It's gonna be a really, really small range of motion, but it's gonna keep those delts in play the entire time instead of coming all the way down and losing a little bit of tension. Because this machine, the mechanical tension of it is out to the side. Once it comes down to the middle, there's no more mechanical tension on the delts. So we can actually use that to our advantage by keeping the arms a little bit higher, and then you're working the whole time. Oh my God. Haha, flex it up. Oh. All right, so final thing that we're doing, we have a superset here. We're doing the cable shoulder press. This is probably one of my favorite things to finish with because shoulders are exhausting. And you can see with Chad, he's really wobbly here, which is okay. His delts are fatigued, so there's gonna be a lot of stabilizing work that happens here. So we're loading this for a consistent 20 reps. And then we're going right over here. You see Justin on it right now. We're kind of mimicking a rear delt fly, but we're kind of doing like we're in between like a rear delt fly and a face pull. So if you look, his elbows is lined up with his upper back here, and he's pulling out and wide. So his elbows are straight in line with his rear delts, and we're not contracting the scapula. The scapula does contract sometimes, but our main goal right here is just purely that rear delt emphasis. So a lot of times when we contract, usually we're using our traps a little bit as a byproduct. So we're trying to keep everything where it is and kind of just focusing on that rear delt, getting that motion there. So right here, you can see Chad leaning back a little bit. That's putting him more in line with those cables. My turn. It's always hard to get this thing up. Oh, she said. Just a lot of blood going into these fucking muscles right now. Lean back, right there. So one thing is that when I started fatiguing, I closed my eyes and I didn't realize that once I fatigued, my arms lowered a little bit and my pull was here. More back focused, a lot less of a fatigued muscle group. So really make sure that you're cognitive of your arm staying up where it needs, Jesus, where your arm needs to be so that that muscle is being worked even when you're fatigued. That's the whole point here. Finishing off strong, a ton of blood, a ton of lactic acid, really promoting that hyperplasmic, hypertrophic response. Damn, I sound smart with that one. Might sound like I know what I'm talking about. A wrap on our delt day. So I think 9 working sets total for training, but like Chad told you guys in the beginning, working sets are what we're going for. We don't count warm-ups, we don't count acclimations. 9 true working sets, getting after it, finding failure, pushing past that failure. That's where we change. And when we do it to that extent, you're not gonna be able to get through more than 9, 10 working sets. So I always tell my clients, if you can get through more than that, you really need to reflect and look at how much you're really pushing your sets, really pushing your movements in your workout. Because the amount of people that come to me, you know, there's a noticeable difference in these two types of athletes. The athletes who I send programming with this amount of programs or this amount of working sets that execute them are like, holy shit, I'm destroyed. They look amazing. Then we have the athletes who do these working sets and go, man, you know, at the end of my workout, I really just feel like I'm not doing enough. I really feel like I can do more. You feel like you can do more, then you should have done more. That principle doesn't change. A lot of people have to overcompensate for their lack of execution and lack of intensity by just doing 5 times as many sets, just tripling the volume. That's why everybody says, oh, I respond really well to high volume. That just tells me you work out like shit, so you need a lot of volume in order to make up for it. So take from that what you will. Just best rule of thumb to always think about when you're in the gym is don't be a little bitch. All right, so we're done. So I'm gonna let y'all follow along with the girls and have them finish their last little superset real quick, and then we'll show you guys kind of, I mean, if you guys are local in Houston, the team NK in Houston, we're getting pretty thick, pretty dense. There's a lot of people here. So what's really cool is almost everybody on team NK who's in Houston works out at Alpha Elite. So Gina being a great example, she's on prep. We all work out around the same time almost every day. Did we get Sydney in the video? Or no, she left before we started filming. Yeah, I think she left. So usually every time the girls are here, they always know to bring their heels, because if I'm here after their workout, we set up, we work on posing, we look at them, get them comfortable. So there's a lot of perks to it, and it's just a really, really cool environment to be in. You know what I mean? The whole team is here, like the boys are here, I'm here, Allie's here, Gina's here, Sydney was here, Kelsey's here. I mean, we have so many athletes that always work out at the same time. So it's really cool to just be that environment and be in that culture, and let's always have like eyes on you to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing. Like nobody here's allowed to slack off because everybody looks at you. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna go finish with them, and then we'll pose a little bit with Gina. She's in the phase where most people give up. They start self-defeating themselves. It's like she's really flat right now. She's retaining water from inflammation, from like killing it, and not enough food for recovery. So it's really hard for the athlete to like see and notice visual progress every day. Luckily, Gina's obviously a professional bikini competitor, so she knows that this phase is there. But this is where a lot of people start saying like, oh my God, I'm not seeing the scale drop. I feel like I look worse. I'm not gonna be ready. I don't see any definition. I'm feeling small. I just feel like I'm losing muscle. It's all there. It's just you have to deplete to get down to that lower level of body fat, and like we can really see it if we look at Gina right now. Like if you really look at her, she has a ton of muscle, but she's very, very flat. Yeah, it's very flat. It's very squishy, and you can see some water retention in her legs and a little bit in her abdomen. Super freaking normal. Like that is what we literally want to see right now at this stage of prep, because that tells us that your body is really fighting to get to that next level. So again, just always remember that we go off of overall biofeedback. I mean, my check-in protocols are pretty extensive of like monitoring like her stress, her sleep, her hunger, her energy, her mood, her lifts. And lucky, like I told you guys earlier, I see her pretty much every fucking day. So I know she's good to go. So just remember, if you're not getting flatter, you're just staying fatter. Just a little day in the gym life of Nick the Trainer here. So thank you guys for watching as always. I hope you were able to take at least one tip away from that shoulder workout, or one tip away from that discussion of where Gina's at in her prep. I know a lot of people struggle with that, so I think it's really important to always talk about the mental aspect of things. That's something that we always focus on, especially on my team, is like the mental fortitude and the mental health that goes into prep. Like, it's fucking hard. So you got to be able to know what to expect, when to expect it, so you don't come into something that's foreign to you and then you freak yourself out and do something stupid. So like I said, as long as you guys take away one bit of information from my channel and my videos, I hope you can give me a thumbs up for that. I hope you can drop a comment below, and I hope you subscribe so I can see you in the next one.